LA, I think that for me, I feel better. Like, I feel good that I got you off of me. And he's sitting up here talking about she gonna do this and that. No. And if I have to, I will light more black candles on you to get rid of you. Now, LA, I actually already did that separation candle. Remember when I did that hangout? That I did that shit with LA. So you, and you know what? You got angry because you thought the money was just going to start popping into your fucking account. But it don't work like that for me and you, because LA, you're not my Lord Vishnu. You're not. And then for you to try to disempower me lets me know that you have no power in your bloodline. And a high priestess is not looking for that. We may meet up with you and give you a little bit of healing touch, and it will touch you for life, hon. Look, hey, I've already said it. I give people a disclaimer. And just because I tell you that it's powerful doesn't mean that it has less power. It's still going to have the same effect on you, but it's not going to affect you now at all, because it's kind of like I knew you was crazy and unstable, and you would start stalking me. And then he was calling me, telling me that that's mine. He was really into me, talking about that's my pussy and you better not give it away. And I told him, I said, LA, I'm seeing other people. And he got mad. LA is such a simp, because that's what y'all call him. And I don't want to call him a simp, but he got angry because I told him that I wanted to see other people. He got mad and hung up in my face. Is that his mother did do a lot of damage to him until he was 16. And so that can sometimes make a man undateable, because if a man's mother hurt him, what do you think he's going to see in you? So the only thing you can do, and I mean, you might end up for the rest of your life with him trying to convince him that you're not going to hurt him, because he's constantly dealing with that trauma. So, I mean, I think that men like that can heal, but when you have that trauma in your mind and that memory, and you know what, I do cleanses that do help people with that, but rarely will a man be open to doing that, because so many people are, you know, spiritually ignorant. They don't understand that a lot of I mean, there's ways of fixing yourself, but I think that when you are raised and breeded in that kind of dysfunction, because I told him, I said, LA, I ain't never heard no shit like this before. And I can honestly say that I suffered from emotional abuse as a child. But to just think of being like, he told me that his mama's so crazy. He told me that she beat him in a bathtub full of water with an extension cord. Come on now, that's taking it way too fucking far. That's going to leave welts on somebody. And he said that he would be out of school for weeks at a time. That's like serious abuse. That's some of the worst abuse that I have heard of. So there's probably some of y'all that didn't even suffer from that kind of abuse. And it's a lot of different types of abuses. You know, it's people out there that's been molested before, you know, maybe by people in the family or by your parent. And so all you can do is try to heal yourself and move forward. But if he's going to do people like that, because I wasn't even going off on him, I was just trying to be heard on the show, and he didn't want me to be heard, but he wanted Chris to be heard while he was talking about my child. So LA, I know for a fact that your mom you told me that she used to dog you out. And that's why you're treating me like that, because you do have an anger towards women. And like what I'm doing right now, it might be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But LA, you cannot try to purposely make me look bad on these YouTube streets while you make yourself look good for nothing. Because you're literally, like, to me, selling no thirst giving tapes and shit. What? You sitting on my phone telling me that you want me and saying all this stuff to me, but you're, you know, and then the next minute. So I think that you just wanted to abuse a woman and some kids today is what I think. And that's why Chris was there. Okay, because Chris doesn't mind verbally abusing a child. I would never leave my child alone for 5 minutes with any of you. And just the fact that Jacob is light-skinned and he is biracial, I would be very concerned about being mistreated, about my baby being mistreated by some of you, especially being that Chris said that I had a hate baby. But Chris is not pro-Black. He's not pro about anything. I mean, honestly, when you think about, and you know what, being a good mother is not just having a job. It's not. It's really hard. And you know what? Being a good mother is easier. That's why so many kids have gotten abused, because it's real easy to be a horrible mother or father because of the pressure that you feel, you know, but you have to be stronger than that. Especially if you were raised with that kind of abuse and treated that way. It will make you send your kids through that same cycle of abuse, and you don't want that. You are supposed to protect your kids. Like, it's being a parent is not just hard because you gotta have the, you know, the finances, you gotta have the spiritual thing, but it's the stuff that comes in spiritually through kids that can be hard. So you're literally, like, for me, I've been fighting for my kids for years, and I will never stop fighting. Your mother stopped fighting for you. Your mother gave up on you. But LA, I do hope that you write that book. I hope that you do good things in life. But you know what? Just the way that you assume that everybody is like your mother, I mean, you got to understand that that's some kind of mental illness or psychosis.